Now it's time for us to move on to the next segment, which is called
Rapid Bias.
In this segment, I'll be asking my guests biased questions that they've got asked at some point in life. And in Burhan's case, biased questions that people ask queer and non-binary people. So, Burhan, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's go. First question. What does it mean to be a queer Muslim?
Being queer Muslim means just owning your background. Like, I definitely, when I was coming out, I started having questions about Muslim, and I realized I'm developing internalized Islamophobia, and that was harmful. So I had to unlearn that mindset and just be able to tell the world, yes, I'm from a Muslim background and I am queer and I exist. I have lived my whole life as a religious person. Now that I'm queer, it's not like I can change my name. Everybody tells me every day, like, oh, change your name is Muhammad. I'm like, I'm not going to change my name. I love my name and I am who I am, so I'm not going to change that for anybody. So it's being rebellious, it's being who I am and giving people the opportunity to be themselves, because a lot of people think you have to pick one or you cannot be two.
The next question. Are you a girl or a boy? Why don't you pick one?
Oh my God, I get this question all the time. Why be? And I always tell them when people ask me that you can be so many things, so why pick one? Like, just I can look great in a wig and I can also look great in a suit. So why do I pick one? And it's not just about looking great. It's more about just getting away from the idea, this very socially constructed binary ideas that men have to look a certain way, women have to look, behave, laugh. And that has been becoming so much oppressive, specifically for women. So challenging this idea means I am telling the world there is infinite ways to be men, there are infinite ways to be women. That's what liberation means. And that's why I always say queer and trans liberation brings liberation to everyone. So it's not just about being a boy or a girl, it's about liberating from the patriarchal norms that have confined what women can do and what women should not do, etc., etc., and that have confined their whole life to a life of misery and a genocide.
Yeah, of all the things that you can be, why only pick one? But the next question is Pakistan in the Middle East?
Oh my God, when I moved to US, this is a question I was asked almost by everyone. People still ask me, is Pakistan in Middle East? And I tell them all the time, no, it's in South Asia. And then they try to question me, really? So where's the border? Where do we draw the line? Is it Afghanistan? Is it Iran? No, Pakistan is not in Middle East, babe. Just take a geography lesson.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of Pakistani phobia, Islamophobia, all of that developed post 9/11. And people still haven't educated themselves on like asking these very biased questions to somebody else. Like, yeah.
And finally, when did you turn gay? Is this a Western influence?
I was always born gay. I remember being in 7th grade and looking at my sexualizing. And I was very sexual since a very early age in my life. And as I should, the only issue is that I didn't get sex education. And that's why I'm a very a proponent of having sex education in schools so that teenagers can make wise decisions. They don't make any foolish decisions. So I didn't turn gay. The US did not turn me gay. I've always been queer. I've always been gender fluid. And now I'm just being able to show that to the world. And that's a threat to them because they thought my existence is not valid. But now I'm thriving, and me thriving from a system that is made to dismantle me is what that results in these kind of hateful questions many times.
Thank you so much for playing this round of Rapid Bias.